The Joe Rogan Experience.
This is coming out next week. For people listening, today's November 19th. The Rittenhouse verdict was read today. And surprisingly, no riots, right? No riots yet?
Well, it's early. A, it's early. Yeah. And B, it's a bummer. It's not a good call to make that verdict release on Friday afternoon. Because now you got a bunch of people sitting around on the weekend going, what are we going to do?
I think, to their credit, there have been a lot of left-wing people that have actually read the transcripts and actually paid attention to the true story instead of just the media narrative. And there's a lot of people like Anna Kasparian and Glenn Greenwald's been on top of it from the beginning, but a lot of people have gotten the word out that the version of the story that most people are just spouting out, the headline version without reading the actual meat of the story itself, is not accurate at all. His kid's not a white supremacist by any stretch of the imagination. He was kind of playing cop, kind of playing EMT, and he was fucking 17. Going there, and he did apparently provide aid and help a bunch of people, and at multiple occasions was chased and pulled the rifle out, and when they retreated, he didn't shoot. It was only when he was attacked, he was hit with a skateboard, someone pulled a gun on him, that's when he shot people. I mean, it was all very reasonable. Maybe not reasonable that a 17-year-old shows up with a fucking gun to riots, but in his mind, this is where his family's from, and apparently he wanted to help. But their version of it that they were selling to the media, and the fucking president said it, that he's a white supremacist. Jen Psaki recently said the president does not condone vigilantism. That kid was in no way, shape, or form a vigilante. He was not a vigilante. He was armed, but he was protecting himself. And it turned out that actually he needed it. They actually chased him down. Whether they chased him down because he had a gun, I don't fucking know. But they definitely were fucking chasing him. They definitely hit him with a skateboard. They definitely knocked him to the ground. So maybe enough of the actual story got out where it doesn't seem like a thing to riot for. Because a lot of people also thought he shot black people. They thought he went down there. When people found out it was white people, and then when they found out it was fucking pedophiles, that this guy was a straight up, one of the guys he shot, straight up fucking pedophile, child rapist, just terrible person. The other guy, rap sheet, big old rap sheet. One guy, a bunch of his fucking shit was exonerated 6 days before the trial. Like, what are you doing? So maybe all that information got out to the point where people are like, hey guys, this is not the hill to die on. This ain't the one.
I certainly like your positive attitude about this. I was actually checking out Twitter before I rolled in here, and there are people that are going completely insane right now. And the narrative that you just put out, they didn't hear any of it. They only heard the other narrative, which is that this guy, you know, what's the law? There's certain parts of the line here. You know, this guy had an illegal gun, traveled across state lines, and shot and murdered 2 people who were there to protect and support Black lives. That's what a lot of people are saying right now.
Yeah.
So I would love it if Joe Rogan is right now, and that people are going, hey, you know what? Let's get a little bit more nuanced. Let's study this.
Here's the thing, though. Those people on Twitter, how many of those people are real people? How many of those fucking people aren't trolls?
Look, a lot of them might be trolls.
A lot of them are trolls.
Okay, a lot of them are trolls, but there's also real people in there, and there's people that get swayed by this stuff. And when you know, look, don't you talk to some people sometimes that you realize they are watching a different movie than you?
100%.
and it's almost like you're the crazy one. You're sitting there going, like everything you just rattled off about Kyle Rittenhouse, there are people that I know probably people that you know too, that are absolutely think everything you just said is the most insane, right-wing, alt-right, freaking load of white power propaganda that they've ever heard in their life.
I have to meet with some tonight. I think my wife's friends.
Yeah.
Tonight, when after I leave here, I'm gonna have to have drinks with my wife and her friends, and I have a feeling that I'm gonna have to go, well, that's not real. And this is actually, I'm going to have to show my phone a bunch of times, pass it around.
And they're going to look at you. Like, here's what sucks about social media, too, is the chances of you convincing maybe some of your wife's friends tonight, maybe you have an okay chance of maybe a little bit, depending on how dug in they are. The chances of someone on social media convincing someone else that oh, you know what, I see your point, thanks for pointing that out to
Almost
me.
zero.
It's almost zero. It's almost zero.
Does anybody ever fucking say, "Oh, you're right"
No,
on social media?
It never happens. Yeah,
Point
no one
taken.
even says that. No one
No.
ever says, you know what, good call.
Yeah.
I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
No one says that at all.